We are back, and we are going to talk Dancing with the Stars first.
Right.
I'm excited about this because, honestly, my wife and I watch it on television, and then we brought it to Kokomo, and it was wildly successful, and we're doing it again.
It's a great event. This is the third year the Literacy Coalition has put on Dancing with the Stars. We are very close to sold out. I think we've probably had some cancellations, so if people are still interested in getting tickets, if they call the office, we've got just a few left, I think.
And what's that phone number?
It's 450-8532, and I think there's 8 tickets that have come available, so if you're not doing anything a week from Saturday night,
Yeah.
hey, it's a fun time. It's
March
great dinner.
23rd. It is amazing. And I know we've been showing clips, and I know I've hyped this up, but it really is a good time.
It's a ball.
These people, the couples, work so hard at learning these routines, and it takes a lot of bravery because a lot of times they haven't danced the first step.
Some have never danced before, and I always go out and watch them at the start, and I always pick out the guys that look like I think I would look. Like, oh my Lord, what am I doing here?
Sure.
And to see them, just
Evolve
2.5 months
and-
later
yeah.
out there and looking professional and presenting it, it takes so much courage. More than I have.
Right.
It is amazing, and it's just a fun evening.
And if you have seen the television show Dancing with the Stars, it's the exact same thing. The judges are there, the audience is there, the ballroom is basically right there in the middle of the floor.
We've got people sitting all the way around, and
The music is incredible. You've gotten to see a little bit of exactly what goes on, but you don't get to see the blood, sweat, and tears that go on behind the scenes.
they work so hard, and oftentimes they get so involved in it that they will actually take some private lessons on their own just to kind of polish it up. But they put on professional quality.
Right. And you can take it to the next
performances.
level. Find Officer Gunlight and join the Ballroom Dance Club.
Yeah,
He will help
exactly
you
right.
out.
Exactly right.
But tell us a little bit about the guy who does the instruction, because he's pretty young.
Nicky is 18 years old. He's a senior at Western High School. This is his third year as our dance instructor. I believe at 13 he was a national champion, juniors champion. Great instructor. We were
Patient.
Well, we were really concerned at first to have a teenager instructing adults, but one of the things that I'm always impressed with when I talk to them right before they go dance is we just want to make Nicky proud.
Yeah.
They form a bond, and they do make him proud.
If you've seen the show, is he like the Len of Dancing with the
Yeah,
Stars?
he kind of is. So,
And I know it's a good fundraiser for you. It's a major fundraiser for
a
you.
huge fundraiser for us.
What does that money actually go for?
Well, at the Literacy Coalition, we are teaching people to read, adults in Howard County to read. We are helping people get their GED, and we help people learn to speak English.
Wow.
And about 400 people a year come through our program.
And you wouldn't think that of Howard County, but it's here.
It's here. It's kind of an invisible problem. It's a hard problem to get people aware of because none of my students want to come over and say, hey, I read at very low levels.
Sure.
And I was not successful in school.
Because it has that stigma of being embarrassing, and they don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to tell people, hey, I have this issue.
It's even tough, after they go on and some of them get their GED and they go on to college and do really well. There's still that stigma, no matter how successful they are, it's hard to talk them into coming in and saying, hey, 5 years ago I read at the very lowest levels or didn't read at all.
And now I've moved on to college, and I'm actually taking courses and even growing personally.
We've had several people get multiple college degrees, but they started with just such a basic need.
And that's a huge step to actually come in or call and say, hey, look, I need help.
Takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of courage. I was just talking to one of my tutors before we came over, and we were talking about a student that we have that has just all kinds of problems going on in her life. And we were talking, she doesn't read well enough to get a self-help book.
Sure.
Figure her way out of it, So, it's one thing not to be able to read, but when you really think about all the things that means, Can you read your prescription bottle?
Sure.
You know, can you read your dosages? Can you read the notes the teachers send home from school?
Road signs.
All these things. And
Letters for bills or things like that.
become huge problems for these people. So it's a great thing to help somebody do. It is one of those root causes of a lot of social problems, and when we can solve that, it changes their lives. And
so that's what the tickets go for. That's what all the fundraising goes for. It gives them that step. It gives them that pride. It gives them that initial pat in the back that maybe will get them over that hurdle.
oh yes, it supports those programs to help those people, and we couldn't do it without the Dancing with the Stars, quite honestly.
Right, and it's amazing the value that they have after something so simple, something that people take for granted. You know, you do take that for granted, and sometimes the shame or the embarrassment will get in the way.
Oh yeah, there's just so much humiliation that goes along with it, and most of these people, it's not an intelligence problem. It's they'll have learning disabilities or an odd learning style that has stopped them. Maybe they come from families that just didn't value education, didn't support it, didn't make sure they went to school.
But that's where you guys step in and you give them the tools for all kinds of learning abilities, correct?
Correct. And I was just talking to one of our girls that got her GED in December of last year. Asked her how she was doing. She's enrolled at Ivy Tech. She also had got a new job, so she was just all excited about the changes that
Because
went
it
on.
is possible.
Oh,
The tools are there.
The tools are there. It's just a matter of connecting people, and bringing in volunteers to help them, and we just make it work.
Because it's more than reading books. It's programs designed for the individual. It's programs designed to get you the goals that you need. With anything, you have to set your goals and you have to achieve them, and that's what you guys do. You bring the pieces together to get the best result.
And it's very much driven by the person that comes in. Some people come in and just say, I need a driver's license. I can't get past that driver's test. I can't understand this book. We'll match them up with somebody that'll work with them. And it's amazing how doing something so small can change someone's life. All at once now you have that mobility. You can get a job. You can work on the other end of town. You can do those things. And
all of a sudden the carpool becomes a little easier. You don't have to manage that. You don't have the taxi cab fares. You don't have all of that other stuff.
Yeah, it just makes everything so much easier for people. So,
and that's what you guys want to do. That's how you want to step in and give them those tools.
Exactly right. It gives them tools and resources to make their lives better. It also improves their family life. If they've got children, having a mother that's very literate is a big advantage for school children. So we
the smallest to the...
We see big changes that happen, and it's very exciting.
Absolutely.
It's also exciting to watch the tutors because, most of us are people like you and I. We've got similar life experiences. And when you get to meet and work with some of these people, it's an eye-opening experience. But one of the things that has always fascinated me is how many tutors come in and say, I'm getting more out of this than my student. That it's a life-changing experience oftentimes for them. So that's kind of fun to see, how they grow and learn along with their students.
Sure. We're going to take a quick break, and then I want to talk about volunteering, and I want to talk about how other people can get involved. So we'll be right back right after this. We are back, and I want to talk about volunteering because volunteers are extremely important, correct?
Volunteers are the most important resource we have to offer our students. We always need volunteers.
And what qualifications do they need, or what do they need to bring to the table?
They need to care.
Okay.
You know what? If you care and have a couple hours a week that you can volunteer, we can find a way to
utilize
those talents. We've got people with all kinds of educational experience and skill levels, from retired college professors and engineers down to people who got their GED through the Literacy Coalition.
So they volunteer as well.
They volunteer as well. And we can find people with lesser skills that they can tutor and help. So,
so I don't have to have that education degree or teaching degree to be a tutor.
To be a tutor, no. And we do some tutor training to help people just kind of know the ins and outs
Sure.
of tutoring adults and the sensitivity and the confidentiality that goes with it. But we allow people to use their skills and talents
And their time.
and their life experience to help other people, and it works real well.
Because genuinely, that's what it's all about. And that's what's great about this community.
Oh yeah, this is the best community for caring.
Absolutely.
You know, I'd stack Kokomo up against any place in the world.
And what number do they call, or how do they go about finding out more information about even volunteering?
They can just call our office. It's 450-8532.
And that's the same number if you need assistance or you just kind of maybe want to take that first step.
That's right. If you're out there and this is something that we can help you with, you know, call that number 450-8532. Talk to us and come in and we'll get you started.
But the most exciting thing going on right now,
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars, it is, I will say that I was elated when this first came because it truly is exciting. I'm glad that it's being even videotaped so that we can even show these and watch them over and over again because, oh my gosh.
You know, and that's something if you can't be there but you'd like to get one of those DVDs, you know, call our office. I think we saw them for about $10. It takes about 8 weeks after the event, but they're pretty popular. Yeah, it's fun.
That $10 still goes right back into the pool
Right.
that helps bring a world of difference to all kinds of people.
Right, helps us provide books and materials and things for our students so they can be successful.
And it's a great memento. I mean, Kokomo is doing some amazing things, and in my opinion, this is one of the things that makes Kokomo great because it brings those people that you work with, that you play with, that you go to church with, it brings them to the forefront and takes them out of their comfort zone, and it gives them a little chance, an opportunity to shine.
You know, it's showcasing local talent.
Absolutely.
And what better thing to do?
And benefiting the community,
Benefiting
which
the
is even
community.
better. It's bigger. And there's 8 tickets left.
8 tickets left.
So what's that number one more time?
450-8532.
And I'm telling you right now, just from what I've seen, it's excellent. It's exciting, and you will not be disappointed. It is truly amazing. These people work so hard, these couples.
They're wonderful.
Wide range of ages, wide range from all over the community to some people that are behind the scenes that do a lot of that stuff to the people police officers that are right out front. So it truly is amazing. I thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh, appreciate it.
We're going to
so
have you in the hot seat a lot more because we've got so much to talk about. We've had an exciting show. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got an even more exciting show tomorrow. All kinds of stuff going on this weekend. Check it out. Check out KokomoPerspective.com for all the details. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget St. Patrick's Day, tomorrow and Saturday, $25. I'm telling you right now, Clark needs his forever home. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.